Welcome to the GreySheeters Anonymous YouTube channel. Today we're talking about a question I hear from people all the time. Is it really possible to be vegan and on the GreySheet food plan for many years? So I invited someone who knows the answer. In this short episode, you'll hear how our guest got started, her commitment to both being on the GreySheet food plan and being vegan, and her message for anyone who's wondering if this path is possible for them. Grania, welcome and thank you for taking the time today. Let's kick it off with a basic question. Can you give us an idea of how long you've been back-to-back abstinent on the GreySheet food plan?
My first day of GreySheet abstinence was September 16th, 1994. So in November of 2025, that means I've been abstinent for 31 years.
That is a serious length of time to not deviate from a food plan. I know some portion of that time you've been vegan. Would you say how long you've been both abstinent and vegan?
I have been vegan since the first day I got abstinent. I've been vegan and abstinent since September 16th, 1994.
I find that incredible. You fully committed to following the GreySheet and being vegan from day one. If you don't mind, I'd like to stay in that time frame 31 years ago. What was it like being vegan in our fellowship at that time?
Well, to be honest, it was just a relief because before I got abstinent, I couldn't be vegan and I wanted to be vegan, but I had no control over what I ate. Before GreySheet abstinence, I did not have any control over what went in my mouth. And I wanted to be vegan, but I was out of control. When I got abstinent and surrendered to the GreySheet, I was able to plan what I ate and eat what I planned, and it included only vegan proteins.
It sounds like GreySheet helped you follow your heart in this case. Was there a moment when you realized you could be both abstinent on the GreySheet and vegan at the same time?
Well, it was the very first moment. I remember sitting in that basement at that table with that first GreySheeter going over the GreySheet with me, reading through the food lists, and me thinking, but I have to tell her that I'm vegan. But I thought that would be the end of it. I wouldn't be able to be abstinent. So I said, but I'm vegan. And she said, oh, that's okay. You can do this and this and this and this. And a few minutes later, she said, and this and this. So it was such a non-issue for her that was a complete reassurance to me. There's no reason I can't be abstinent and vegan.
It sounds like this person had a strong conviction that helped settle this question for you. I'm wondering if you have any other memorable moments along your journey as a vegan GreySheeter.
Well, I'll never forget, because for me, the biggest challenge in being abstinent is what people think of me. I always think they're going to think I'm too much trouble or I'm crazy because of what I do with my food as an abstinent GreySheeter. And particularly in business, I think my business colleagues are particularly going to think I'm crazy. So one day I was at a huge business meeting, 10 to 20 people in an expensive restaurant, and I didn't have enough of my abstinent GreySheet protein. So I had to decide, is it more important to fit in with these business colleagues, to make an impression so that I get good business from them? Or is it more important to leave this restaurant abstinent and vegan? Yes, I could have gotten an abstinent protein from the menu, but not a vegan one. So I excused myself from the table, thinking I'm ruining my career. I called a taxi. I went to the grocery store. I got my abstinent vegan protein. I came back to the table. They hadn't even noticed I was gone. So I had to laugh to myself. I'm not that important. And when I left that restaurant that night after that big, long dinner with all those people, abstinent and vegan, I knew it was worth it. The risk was worth it. And they didn't even notice I was gone.
Wow, I can't believe they didn't even notice. Listening to your commitment really has been moving. As we begin to wrap up, there's one last thing I want to ask you, and that is, if listeners remember only one thing from our conversation, what do you hope it is?
Can I say two things? One is it is entirely possible to be vegan and abstinent for many, many years. I'm not the only gray sheeter. I've sponsored people who are abstinent and vegan, and I've helped other abstinent gray sheeters be vegan. So it's not just me. Many gray sheeters are vegan as well as abstinent for many years. Um, but the other thing is, it's kind of fun because I travel a lot. And whenever I go to a new place, I'm on a hunt for different kinds of abstinent vegan proteins. So in the old days when I traveled, I would be looking for, I don't know, new artwork, new books, new clothes. And now my hunt is for abstinent vegan food products. And it's fun. It's a way to find out what this new city, this new country is all about.
It sounds like fun. I'm going to think about you every time I spot a new vegan protein in the grocery store from now on. Also, thank you so much for contributing to this community and sharing your time and wisdom with us today.
Thank you. And I hope people who are contemplating gray sheet abstinence jump in, give us a call, get started, and enjoy abstinent and vegan protein foods.